What is going on, everyone, and welcome to Around the Metaverse, our weekly show where we bring together some of the best content creators from the Web3 community, talk about all the recent news, and give you guys everything you need to know to stay up to date. My name is Adam. I'll be your host today, but more importantly, we've got a great group of guests for y'all today. First and foremost, on this beautiful Monday, we've got CryptoStache in the house. How's it going, Stash? I
Hey
know
guys, what's going
it's
on?
crazy. He's here. I can't
I'm
believe
here.
it.
What? I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. It's Monday. I'm excited. I posted this in my newsletter today, but this is an exciting week for me. Two amazing things that I love happening this week. One, my daughter's turning 13. She's going to be a teenager. Two,
13?
yeah, I
You
know,
have a
13.
13-year-old?
Yeah, it's crazy, right? I know I look good, right? Now, number two,
Yes, sir.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor also coming out this week. It's an amazing, beautiful week, people.
Whoop,
I
whoop.
don't know.
Get ready for that. Get ready for that, because you know
Where's
there's gonna be some
Grogu?
Star Wars gameplay coming on the channel here pretty soon.
Where's
Yep.
Grogu?
Yep.
We didn't bring Grogu to the show,
Yeah,
guys.
Stash, you need a little
Didn't
You need
Grogu?
you need to be well
Hold
next
on.
maybe next Monday you'll be
Oh wait,
Jedi
wait.
Stash.
Oh.
There it
Oh,
is.
Mona's got it.
That's the
Mona's
real
got
one.
it.
That's the real Grogu.
All right, he's here, guys. He's
Oh!
bringing
They're winning.
They all got a Grogu.
Guys, Grogu can't be on screen for more than like 30 seconds, or else we're gonna have to like do some kind of content syndication with
Mine's
Disney.
like-
It's gonna be a
Hey,
whole
Grogu.
Ghost Grogu.
the
It'd be a whole
eighth
thing.
member.
Look, it's even crazier because it's like Ghost Grogu. Now it looks
Okay,
like me.
I thought it was Din Grogu now, actually.
in Grogu.
Okay,
No, all
sorry.
right, we're already way off track,
Wait,
but that's all
God,
right.
guys, come on, man.
Adam is no fun. Okay, Adam.
We've got Meta Mona in the house, of course,
What
executive
up?
producer and anchor of MetaverseXpress. Obviously, she's bringing the larger Grogu to the party here. How's it going tonight?
It's going good. I'm actually on Mars now. I'm in the metaverse and on Mars. I don't know if you guys know, but I am I joined the team at Colonize Mars. I'm a producer and show host there
Oh.
as well. As you can see, this is the Colonize Mars.
Oh yeah, those little,
background.
oh yeah. Well, yeah, congratulations on that, and I apologize for not getting that.
Thank you, thank you,
that
thank you,
info
thank
before.
you.
Colonize Mars. I got their first drop. You know, I will say, I was a little pissed off at Colonize Mars when they first launched because of how that first drop went on those golds. We won't get into it. But
We
I've
won't
been
get
around.
into
We
a
won't
whole
get into it.
conversation to be had, but a great project, guys. Keep an eye on it. Those guys are doing some really unique stuff.
Give
So
a round of
topic.
How much do they pay you for that
emojis.
show, Mona? How much do they pay you for that show? Oh wait, they are paying you. Is what you just said.
Yeah, round of emoji applause in the chat for.
That's
for
true. Yes,
Mona
please give
at-
everyone a
at,
round of emoji
yeah.
applause in chat. Thank you so much.
thank you so much.
And
Thank you.
moving on, we've got returning to the show for his second time, I believe, 8-Bit Tendies, up and coming Web3 content creator and also an artist at Gala Music.
Yes, sir.
How's it going,
Woo,
8-Bit?
woo.
What's going on, man? I'm happy to be here for a second time. Just got back from NFT NYC. I saw Mona out there as well. So
I did not. Why didn't you come say hello? Did you? Oh, you did say hello.
I
He was
did.
stu- you
Yeah.
fired her. You
Remember,
wouldn't think
I
you saw her
introduced
out
you to
there.
Taco because you missed the
Yes,
Taco
yes.
interview, so I introduced
We
you. Yeah.
hugged. We hugged.
We hugged,
We
yes.
did.
Now you remember,
Yes.
yeah. So yeah, I'm happy to be on the show. You know, I'm glad to be chatting with you guys about Gala. You know, one of my favorite Web3 companies here. So yeah, and thanks for having me again.
Hell yeah. Thank you for coming on, man. Glad to have you back. And then last, but certainly not least, another favorite on the show. We've got our friend Dub, content creator and community manager over with Soulbound. How's it going, Dub?
It's good. Appreciate it. Happy to share. I'm actually head of partnerships now. Stepping up from the community manager Web
Woo, woo, woo.
Well,
in this world. You know,
Another round of applause and emojis in the chat,
Your
guys.
friends are moving on up. Moving on up, guys.
CY, much appreciated, and yeah, excited to see all the game updates happening this week. Like hot off the press with Oldor having a new update. Shout out to the team over there. Excited to play this week.
Hell yeah, man. Well, we're excited to get into it. There are a bunch of things going on this week, and we have a pretty jam-packed show to talk with you guys about today. But before we get into things, if you're watching, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, do that too. I think like half of the people who watch the show aren't subscribed or something like that. So,
they keep coming back every week though, so that's okay.
yeah.
Fine.
I mean, you
don't
guys
have to
know it's
subscribe.
on Monday at 7, obviously.
You don't have to
but
subscribe as long as you guys come back and hang out with us. We love you. We still love you.
We still love
But
you.
but
We
please
still love you,
subscribe.
too.
Please. Subscribe to them. Subscribe to us. It's you know.
But we've
Thank
got
you,
some
Ethan.
interesting things to talk about today. We're going to be talking about a recent announcement that came out maybe a few days ago from honestly surprising to me even and super exciting. One of our favorite partners and launchers, the folks over at Elixir, partnered with Square Enix, who, I mean, the biggest, most notable thing from them recently is Symbiogenesis, their first foray into Web3 gaming. We'll see if it's a game or really it's some kind of gaming experience, gamified experience. There's not too much info on that. I want to get your guys' opinions on those things. We'll get into that. We're also going to be talking about, is Gala V2 actually an improvement, and some more specific stuff about Gala Games. Well, Gala Games, Gala Music, Gala Film. They're changing and doing an upgrade to their contract for the Gala token. And it's got a lot of people kind of, you know, confused, I guess, is maybe the
Confused
right
is the
word.
right word. Yes.
Yeah.
You know
And
why
then
I'm confused? Why Bitbender is in a coffin this week? That's what I'm confused about.
Clickbait.
it's the thumb is not clickbait,
guys,
By
he is
no
fine.
means
His
is the
health
thumb
is good.
clickbait.
He is not actually dead. It is clickbait, just so you know. It's not a real life picture from his funeral. He is alive and well.
He's an immortal,
man.
guys. He will
is
never
immortal.
die.
He is an immortal barbarian. Spells and magic charms have been cast on him. He will be fine.
He's like Walt Disney. They froze his brain, and now he
Yeah,
lives.
he will
now
forever bring
now he
blockchain
lives
games
in
to us in the
Mirandus.
future.
Like he's been built into Mirandus as like, or all of the games, as his consciousness exists as
True
like different
story.
NPCs.
Yeah, 101 auction on Friday. You're gonna want to be there. Don't miss
Yeah.
it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Top.
you get Jason Bitbender in game. No,
True
but
story.
and then lastly, we're going to be doing a quick lightning round, a new feature on here on Around the Metaverse to end things out about if you guys had one Web3 game to play, what would it be for the rest of the time? But we'll get into that too. First, I want to talk about what Square Enix might be doing with Elixir. Now, this partnership that they came out with, this announcement was very, very vague. In tradition with Square Enix's Web3 announcements, there has been not much detail at all about anything. However, I think it is pretty exciting. Elixir is one of the best launchers in the space right now. I mean, arguably, if not the best launcher in the space right now, that's like native Web3. And we love those guys over there. We were so excited to see this partnership with Square Enix. And basically, the goal of it is to keep promoting Web3 to the masses. That was like the slogan behind this headline. And that was basically it.
Whack-me.
Yeah, which is why I want to talk to you guys about what this
like,
might be.
That's basically just saying. Like, what was the point of this press release? Whack me,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, whack
We're
me.
all gonna make it together. Let's go.
But no, but I mean, obviously, not obviously, but I would assume at least that there's something going on here behind the scenes that they're just, keeping behind closed doors for the time being. I want to get your guys' opinions on what that is or might be. Stash, let me start with you. I mean, what do you think Square Enix might be working on here with Elixir, and do you think it could have anything to do with Symbiogenesis?
I'm pretty good at sniffing these things out. Usually, this one is a puzzler to me. I'm puzzled by this because we know the scope of symbiogenesis now, right? It's no longer a secret. We talked about this on the show a while back. They didn't give a lot of details. Now it's all the details are out. We know what's going on, but with this release here, it was very generic, like Adam was saying, and they didn't give a lot of information. So it's really just speculation. What are they going to be doing? Well, I mean, we know Elixir, not only does Elixir have a launcher, but they also do get into game development. They have a game called No Way Back, which is kind of the evolution of Light Knight, which was their first title. So Elixir's been around for a long time. They're a well-established company. I think, personally, what I would love to see, like if we're just going to kind of speculate on something like this, I would love to see them bringing their next blockchain title to Elixir as like an exclusive title. I think that would be cool, right? Think about this, right? Symbiogenesis, yes, I think that is going to be something they may utilize Elixir for. But, I mean, it wouldn't be right now, I don't think. But I really think the next title is what would be really big and huge and say, hey, we're partnering with Elixir. This is the Web3 native launcher. We're gonna be launching another title here. Now, if you guys don't know, Square Enix is actually working with the Sandbox and has been for a while too, and they have a game coming to the Sandbox too. So this could be a not released title that maybe they're going to be releasing or they're going to talk about releasing here pretty soon, and it's going to be through Elixir. I don't know. I'm curious to hear what you guys think, because honestly, man, this one has definitely stumped me a little bit. I'm trying, like, where's the connection? What is Square Enix going to use Elixir, exclusively for that they couldn't get from like an Epic or somebody else, right?
Well, that
And
was
I think
my,
it's just the Web3 tie-in. The Web3 tie-in. And that's the only thing I keep thinking about. It's like, what is it? It's going to be the Web3 tie-in. They know if we're doing a Web3 game, it'll connect it.
I'm curious though. Why do you think they're not going to utilize Elixir for Symbiogenesis?
I don't necessarily see it being something that would work on the platform, maybe the way that they're kind of going about it. I would say, just because of the type of, like, I mean, would you even call it really a game? I guess so. I don't know. It's gamification, right? It's gamification of something. So I just don't see it really fitting in with the rest of the things going on in Elixir and the titles. It doesn't seem like that kind of classic fit there. But I could be wrong. I mean, I could be wrong.
So I mean, I could imagine something like this, where Symbiogenesis is going to be this thing where people kind of mint these NFTs, they use them to make certain choices in the
Right.
storyline, and whoever makes the certain right choices gets to the finish line. Essentially, these 4 people go on to, like, the championship to write a new story with them, or something along those lines. I mean, what if in doing that they built some kind of, I mean, think about how easy it is to stand up some kind of, like, interactive experience that's an app in, say, like, Unreal Engine or whatever, and
Well,
have
no,
it be something that
yes,
you put,
right. So it
put
could
out
be like
on
the
Elixir.
continuation, and that's
I
kind of
would-
where I was
right.
going. I was like, this needs to be like the setup for the next step, not for what they're doing right now. Now, that what you're kind of talking about there too, it could be that Symbiogenesis is kind of like
That's
the
what I mean, is-
pre-mint game of
Yeah.
what they're going to release that they haven't talked about, and that's what I was saying, for like it being an actual game mode or game or another
Yeah.
title or
Like something that you
that's
can
connected
play
in some
through
way
Elixir
that we
you know?
haven't they haven't talked to us about, that we haven't
Or
said
maybe
anything.
like a metaverse type of environment where now there's more engagement. I mean, Asia has such a huge potential for blockchain gaming, and
Mhm.
Square Enix is right there, and it's all in. And of course, they're gonna have to jump on Web3, but I think they're looking for a way to bring more engagement. That's why I'm thinking, I don't know, my mind is going more into a little bit beyond gaming and creating digital environments where people can have more engagement. Uh, but
Mhm.
again, like you guys said, it's kind of vague.
Mhm.
They're definitely trying to bring a wider audience to their platforms, but you kind of have to stand out too, right? Well, what are they doing that's different? So I don't know. I'm thinking, I'm going more toward engagement.
Gen X Crypto in chat saying, "Can you drink Elixir?" That's a good one. I don't know if
Yes,
you
we can, right here.
well,
It's
they
Monday,
should.
Mona should get drunk as well. Let's
Just
go.
like how Volkswagen makes like hot dogs, Elixir should make like a drink like line that's branded like
Make
an
Absolutely.
energy drink, a gaming energy drink that you could win through a rewards program that is like built into the launcher somehow. I hope you
Let
guys
me
are
say right
listening.
now, hey, if somebody in chat was like, what the hell is an Elixir? And I'm like, if you're a gamer and you don't know what an Elixir
For
is,
real.
I'm kind of surprised, man. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Elixir will
Yeah.
restore your HP and MP. Exactly. Come on, thank you.
I mean-
gotcha, Wade.
If
For
you're
me,
21
not
and
an
older,
MMO player. Clearly not.
Yeah,
an
like
MMO
you're not
player.
an MMO player, man.
right.
It's all good.
And I think the timing of the announcement and looking at it, I think they're just honestly targeting a Web3 audience. And I could see them going to have trying to have a cool mint experience and using that to really compare themselves against Magic Eden in this space right now. I think it's really, that's the play that's happening here. And I still think it's going to be like on Epic. I mean, I think this is literally just to make sure they're grabbing a Web3 audience
For
through
sure.
Elixir and through the announcement at this time.
Dub, you're wearing the freaking hat, man. Do you not
Yeah,
have
for
the
real.
inside alpha for us, or what?
Yeah, you got the alpha.
Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me.
I mean,
I
from
think-
talking to them at GDC, that's how I feel. Like, I think it's a launcher.
He's like, yeah, bro, they
war,
gave me the
and-
hat, and all the alpha was on the inside of the bill when I got it.
Yeah, I took the
Yeah,
Elixir.
it's just there's an NDA attached to the inside of his hat that it reminds him anytime
Yeah,
he's on
exactly,
stream.
as he looks it up.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, who knows what's going to happen with Elixir and Square Enix? But I want to know more along the lines of like why Square Enix chose to go with Elixir compared to I mean, I would assume at
Well,
least.
Look, their slogan, Elixir's slogan is PC game launcher powering the next gen of Web3 games to onboard traditional gamers. Square Enix is a traditional gaming platform, and they're trying to get into the Web3 space, right? So there's kind of interoperability there, right? So I know Elixir not only wants to host Web3 games, but they want to host Web2 games, right? So they want to mix those audiences together. So maybe that's a reason that Square Enix is doing some sort of partnership with them, because it just makes sense. They don't want to only target it. Look, Web3 is still a very small niche set of gamers, so you do need to onboard some Web2 people into this space, and hopefully they're successful. I mean, from the last time we talked about Symbiogenesis, I wasn't too excited about it because it doesn't really seem like a traditional game. It's more of a digital collectible, and hopefully they do well. But I think that's the reason. I mean, it's a well-known platform. It has hundreds of games already on it, and it makes sense for like what they're trying to do as far as like onboarding both player bases.
Well, they have first mover advantage when it comes to like, you know, Web3 focused launcher, right? But the funny thing about this, with this timing of this release, nobody said anything about this yet, but Ultra IO is actually getting ready to launch here. What is it, the 28th, or I think it's the 28th? They're getting ready to launch here, and they are the competitor for Elixir.
Well, I mean, they're
and Ultra's been around for a long time
yeah.
too. They just didn't get their product out as quickly as Elixir has, and so Elixir got to market kind of first, and they've really garnered a lot of traction. Why do you guys think that they didn't, you know, Square didn't go with Ultra? Why did they go with Elixir instead? Because there was an option. There is an option now.
Yeah,
they could have launched with this, right? They could have, like, Ultra could have launched with like Symbiogenesis, boom, and then here's all of our other titles. They lost that one. That's big.
They're probably the hungriest kid in the room. You know, this is at the VC level now, and it's person to person relationships. And I think they just looked at it and was like, Elixir's the one that is willing to do the most with us and test the most with us, and that we can put our fingerprint more on.
Well, I mean,
you know?
if you're looking to get into the space and get more Web3 eyes on you than you already have, like why would you pick, if that's the main goal, you're not going to pick the one that's not like
just launching,
that doesn't have the exposure already.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what we got to think. That's why I was trying to, you know, get to the bottom of this. If that is their main goal, then we're right. If that's not their main goal, then maybe they slept on Ultra and they just didn't know about him. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it's too big of a risk, because like this is the first time they're stepping into the Web3 space, right? So they need to make sure that their new game,
but it's not though
successful.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not. They already did this with Sandbox almost 3 years ago.
Well, yeah, right.
So I mean, they've been kind of, but you're right. I mean, like really doing their own thing, right? Like this is something that was kind of like a funding round, investment round. This is their own thing, so it is
something that has a large internal marketing budget to go towards. You know,
they're playing it safe. They're playing it safe.
Yeah, I think they're playing it safe. It's too risky to start with you know, something that's unproven. So that's probably the reason they chose Elixir.
It makes sense for them to do that. I mean, they're right. They've had this relationship. They're right there next to them. It makes sense.
Gen X Gen X in chat, Elixir did a better job of building relationships with gamers, and I mean,
true.
They have been everywhere. You know, that obviously we're talking with them all the time. Like they're hooking our agents up with early access to games and things like that, for you know, everyone to get involved in all the stuff that they have going on too. You know, so
and I'm gonna drop a little nugget for you guys right here.
All right,
this is something nobody knows about. They actually worked on a Secret Agent Stash themed skin for their game No Way Back. So for that game No Way Back, you're gonna be able to play as me in that game as Secret Agent Stash, and that's coming like next month, I think.
Next month. Yep.
Say less, dude. I can't wait.
And mid next month there's gonna be a free mint, so a ton of people are gonna be able to get in on a Secret Agent Stash No Way Back skin and play in a nice, cool, like week-long tournament that we're gonna be working out with those guys. So keep you guys,
be stashing every game I play now. What the hell?
Well, you can be stashing every game you play now. Dub has been playing my obstacle course in Paradise Tycoon. It's on week 3. If you guys haven't played my obstacle course in Paradise Tycoon, you can go find me in there, and it's a cool little obby course. And it's fun, right? Right, Dub? You played every course.
I will not play until I have a digital stash. That
I do. I have them. I have only a couple left.
Yes,
I have a couple left.
That right there.
This is the guy.
Look at that thing, guys.
we need to do a second round of production, and
Yeah.
that
That first one was exclusive for Theta only.
Yeah, Theta only.
But Metamona, we could take a
Yes.
selfie as in our stash skins. Like that's
Yeah,
kind
so
of
yeah,
cool.
in Paradise Tycoon, if
Yeah,
you,
you
if you do
get
the whole
outfit.
course,
You get the standard
get
issue.
all
metal.
the the whole
Like
kit
the
and
standard
caboodle.
issue, yeah.
I want to hold it in my hand like that skate. Oh, where's that skateboard? Show that skateboard, Dub.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah,
like
yeah,
that's.
yeah. Like
Oh,
like
people are.
this.
Oh,
Oh,
like
speaking of merch, how to
that
talk to
thing
game.
right there.
Everyone get their cool stuff out. Everyone get their cool stuff out.
Hey, now we're like, man, come on.
No, all right. We're the show is running away from us again. We gotta get focus in, everyone.
This is a rowdy bunch. This is a rowdy bunch over here.
Get back
guys.
on track because we still have to talk about the most important thing that is like
Yes,
the most
yes.
important part of the show, which is Gala's recent announcement that they're basically doing an entire upgrade to their the Gala token contract on Ethereum. And it caused a bit of confusion within the community, and I mean even maybe outside of the community. But there's we got at the beginning of the show in chat, people were like, and the thumb didn't help this very much. Obviously, again, clickbait. People
We're spreading FUD. We're fudding our own bag.
people in chat at the beginning,
all
two
day
different
long.
two different people at the beginning of the chat. Sell all your Gala tokens. It's over. Everyone sell everything, and then they just don't worry about it, guys. Gala's the
It's
best.
just fun, yeah.
Wag me. But so, and really, there's no cause. There is no cause for concern with this announcement. What it really boils down to is that they're upgrading their ERC20 contract to meet the same, to be able to hold up to the same technological standard that their own blockchain is going to have, Project Youre, or as I like to call it, the blockchain yet TBD or to be named.
To be
Yet to be named.
again.
But no, so I want to get your guys' opinions on what Gala is doing here with this upgrade and why they chose now to roll this out. Because part of the reason they're mentioning is that like they're starting to roll out that Gala is going to be starting to use as the gas token, all this different stuff as their ecosystem really begins to kind of blossom. And I want to hear from you guys on if you think the concern in the community was merited, or what you think is next for Gala.
Or they're wrecked and they're going to zero.
Yeah.
I mean, literally.
Go first.
Like,
8-bit. Let me ask you first, man. I mean, as someone at a Gala music artist, I mean, how did you feel about this? Do you think Gala is actually going to achieve like? I mean, I'm sure that the upgrade is going to go over smoothly, but do you think what they're doing with the Gala token is the right way to go about the ecosystem?
Yeah, man. I mean, to me, it was pretty straightforward. They just simply need to upgrade the coin so that they can achieve what they need to do within their ecosystem. So, if you guys know, they have over 28 games in development. All these different games are going to be using the Gala token as their in-game currency. And so every game, every developer and publisher, they're all going to utilize the coin in different ways. So it needs to be flexible, right? So before you get ahead of yourself and start releasing games that actually have the tokenomics enabled and start distributing the coin, you need to make sure that the coin can do what it needs to do, right? And as you mentioned earlier, the coin is going to be used as gas, and it needs to be able to have certain mechanisms for their new burn tokenomics as well. So to me, like, I'm not concerned at all. It just seems like pretty straightforward. The only thing that you need to do is just read the announcements and just make sure you have it in your wallet. Even if you have it in an exchange, they've talked to most major exchanges. To be safe, though, they say, take it off the exchange. The only thing you're not supposed to do is have it in a liquidity pool or any kind of staking program. But I mean, honestly, it just seems like a simple coin upgrade. We've seen plenty in other different projects, so I have no concern at all.
And yeah, so for you guys out there who don't really know fully what 8-bit is talking about, they're going to be airdrop. So once the token gets upgraded, they're going to be airdropping the new version of the token to every Gala token holder's
just
wallets.
go watch my video.
Yeah, just go watch that.
I mean, I literally explain everything in the video.
Yeah, don't tell them that. Let them click the next video.
Yeah, so click the link right here to go see more information on that. Imaginary thing right here, but no, I mean, I couldn't agree more, 8-bit. And I think that part of the reason why they're doing this now is because we're really starting to get to the point where like a lot of the games that have been in development, the products with Gala Music and Gala Film are actually going to be usable, tangible. I mean, to whatever degree you can say that about like stuff on the internet,
Mhm.
projects that people are going to be able to get their hands on, and you want to have all of your ducks in a row before you really let the cat out of the bag. Um, so I mean, Dub, let me ask you, man. I mean, what do you think? Like, what's your opinion on how Gala's being designed here, and how this airdrop is going to go over? I mean, do you think that people are going to be upset? Like, do you think everyone's going to get their stuff out of liquidity pools and off of exchanges for best practice? And like, do you think it's gonna? Do you think there's still going to be
What?
haters in the chat? Like, I got
Yeah.
Yep.
screwed,
Yep.
man.
Yep.
I
Yeah, I
still
mean,
haven't heard a good reason for why you would do that. But go ahead. Sorry, Dub.
No worries. I mean, people see 300% staking yield and they want it, right? So they're not going to take it
Sure.
out of that. They're going to go for that. I mean, it's hard for me because I'm so focused on the games. Like, I just hope to see from the gaming side. Like, I wish all the time that I spent in Superior as a player got rewarded in this airdrop somehow or some way. And I'm not seeing that. And I'm looking for my, like, hey, I played this much in the ecosystem. Where's my reward? And I think that's only through Spider Tanks right now, but I want to see that spread out to the other games because I do love them. And I think everything just makes sense as far like Tindy said on the airdrop, it's normal. But yeah, because it's normal, there's going to be people like doing the same messes ups that everyone does.
There's going to be people that hold like $1 million worth of Gala that never checked the Discord or any announcement, and they
Yeah.
have it all staked, and then they're going to be like, "Yo, what happened?" And
Yeah,
they're going to be
it's
furious.
inevitable.
Oh my God.
It's inevitable that will happen.
Yep.
Inevitable,
It always
for
happens.
sure.
Every project.
Every
Somebody
time.
shows up 3 months later,
Yeah.
never reading anything. and
Every
he's
time
mad
I've seen
at
it
missing
multiple
out.
No,
times
this
over the
is
last
the
few years.
Well,
upgrade.
in the scenario you're talking about too, like they say that the old token isn't gonna, it's not gonna be supported in any way. It's are they gonna prevent people from trading it on dexes? And
Yeah.
I mean, probably exchanges won't allow you to trade it, but
A
are
DEX, you won't
dexes?
be able to stop them, but every other centralized exchange, they're working with those exchanges so they can make sure that they can go through this process, which means stopping trading at a certain time before the swap and communicating all these things back and forth. In the article too, they talk about this, and they'll probably go over a more exhaustive list, but they talk about a couple of their partners that are good to keep your stuff on. But almost every place is, as long as it's not wrapped up in some sort of something, right? Like it's not a wrapped token, it's not in a contract, it's not staking, then you're good. But you know, I don't know, man. Okay. So what I will say about this is okay. This is what I think. I know this is a little bit. I'm gonna go a little contrarian
Here
here.
we
Play a
go.
little devil's
Here
advocate.
we go.
Play a little devil's advocate. You guys may not like this, but I want to hear what you guys think about this. This is what I think.
Yeah.
Right. Now we see that this is what we call a basic standard token upgrade, a contract upgrade for the token, which I think it is, right? I don't think there's much being hidden here. I do think there might have been a security flaw that they have not told us about that they are also fixing at this time. But what this does show to me is a couple of things. The foresight when they created their token was not very good. We know this. They admit to it. They say in the article, hey, we've changed a lot. Our directions has changed a lot. We need to have an upgraded token contract that matches where we've changed and the direction we're going and everything we're doing now, which is way different than what we were doing in 2020, just 3 years ago. So what that to me shows is that the team themselves don't have the best foresight when it comes to the technology that they're creating and the ecosystem that they're developing. Now, this is further evidenced by Townstar and Mirandis early failures as well. Now, these are things I've said were early failures by the team because they did these things and committed to these projects before they really found their stride, which is being a games publisher, right? A distributor and not a creator of games, not a development studio. And so I think that in general, it's another thing pointing to the fact that Gala doesn't have their stuff together as well as a lot of people may think they do. And this goes to harking to a lot of cries we've seen in the community is saying a lot of the same things too. Now, I like Gala. I like what they're doing. I support the team, but I'm still going to be critical of a project when I see things like this and inconsistencies when I see things like this, because I think it's important. And this just points to that as well, because this is something I've said and I've stood by this, that these were early mistakes in Mirandis and Townstar. and the fact that they're going having to change the token and upgrade it too points to that as well. Now on the reverse side, I also understand that tokens and coins like this, they need to be upgradable. They shouldn't just stay on like the original vision and never be upgraded.
It's not Bitcoin, guys. It's not Bitcoin.
No, Bitcoin also has been upgraded a million times. It has to be. That's the point. If it wasn't upgradable, we would be in a bad situation in
Less
the crypto
frequently
industry in general. So I do like the fact that they're making the step to do it, but I'm just saying what it shows that they have changed direction, and maybe things aren't as well thought out long term as people would like to think. That's where I'm just putting a spotlight.
And I'll take what Stash said there as well. I mean, we all work with the team. We know the team. We love the team. They all work hard. But I have this saying: you can't be jack of all trades but a master of none, right? You have to focus on one or two things. I think you all hit the whole the tokenomic side of this, and it's going to take time. I mean, it's an upgrade. It's going to take time, but I think you guys already covered that. But I will say this: if you ask me, what's my prediction with Gala, I think moving forward, Gala is going to have a hard time, and I'm sorry to say this, competing with gaming. There's some stiff competition in gaming when it comes to Gala. But I think where Gala has an opportunity to really shine, guys, is entertainment. I think music, I think film, they have amazing resources. They have connections. They're right there with the right people. And I think they have a better chance growing the music and entertainment and film than they're going to have with games if they put in some serious work in marketing. I think they're going to need some marketing, and I don't think they have to go very far because they can start right there in their backyard with music festivals. I think Gala needs to be at Coachella. Gala needs to be at EDC, Rolling Route, Dreamville, Roots. There are 800 music festivals every year.
Yeah,
Gala
stage.
Right.
There needs to be a Gala stage. They shine in music and they shine in film. Let's admit it. So why don't we focus on what we're good at and put our efforts and money and tokens and all that?
I mean,
I know,
but there's huge competition in those industries too. It's not like it's like, oh hey, well there's an uphill battle in games, but not in film and television.
They've actually been doing that spin change. If you look at GDC last year, they had a huge presence. They owned an entire street corner. They had a Snoop Dogg activation. They spent a ton of money back then. But this year, they literally had a flyer on the exit door, and that was all they're spending. They had a private room. They had no public, compared to, they're already changing that spend on their marketing dollars, and it's obvious from GDC.
Yeah, but look, to me, that's a good thing because it means that they're being savvy with their money, because we know that they did the first two Galaverses and they spent a shit ton of money.
It was extravagant. I'm sad I missed
20-something million on each Galaverse, right? Going to Malta,
on an exotic island.
Stuff. Yeah, exactly. And you can do that stuff when it's a bull run, right? Because there's just money flowing in, like it's no tomorrow.
What's more tax deductible things we can do for fun?
Right, exactly. So and I do agree that they do move a little bit too fast, but the problem is that within this space, as long as I've been in it, I've never seen one project start with one vision and then end with that exact same vision, because this whole space is experimental. And the fact that this is a space where you get a ton of feedback from the actual users, because it's this decentralized world where now you have Discord members talking with the CEOs and developers, and they all get to put in their input. Now you got this direct feedback that you normally don't get in a traditional industry. So there's definitely been a lot of pivots, even with the Gala token itself. The Gala coin was supposed to be used as the gas coin in the music ecosystem. And then they even had it in their 2023 roadmap. And then when the full light paper came out for Gala Music, they announced that it's no longer going to be used as a gas token, and everyone got pissed. So even then, within a few month period, they pivoted on using Gala as gas. So there's definitely a ton of pivots that they do, but I think it's because at the same time they're listening to the community and making changes as they need to, alongside every Web3 company right now in this space.
But you're on the music side. What do you see? Don't you see a better direction with music and film? I mean, more people do listen to music and watch film than they play games, right? So what do you see when you're on that
That's
side.
not true,
I mean,
actually.
no. We have there's a ton of gamers, right? Like the gaming audience is huge, right? So that's why I'm pretty excited.
Mainstream though, mainstream.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, mainstream, and that's the
Yeah.
problem, right? The problem is that anything Web3 is tiny, even Web3 music itself. And I can say this from going to NFT NYC and participating in some Web3 music events. You know, it's a small crowd. It's not like your traditional music event. What they're doing with music is very like, I'm very optimistic with what they're doing, and the team behind it is super professional. I don't know about film too much. That's still a tricky one because I don't really know how those tokenomics will play. Like music makes sense because you listen to a song on repeat over and over. I don't know how that works with film, and this is what you guys are right about, that they move too fast. I don't think they figured out how they're going to tokenize the film part of things when it comes to the coin distribution and whatnot. So I think that they're trying to figure that out now. But when it comes to games, you know, they have huge partnerships. You know, Will Wright, the creator of The Sims, is working with Vox First, and part of what excites me about Gala is that they have the trifecta. No company right now in the Web3 space has what Gala has. No one has games, film, and music under one umbrella, which allows them to be interoperable with each other. Because now you have Vox First as a game and a metaverse that can also become a movie in the film ecosystem, and you could attach music to that as well. Right? No one can do that right now in the space, which is why I think they have a unique opportunity if they play it right. But at the same token, Gala is 400 employees and they're all remote, which has to be chaos. Like, I don't know, like if you've ever worked remote in a small company, it's chaos. Like
When you
there's
put
no
it that
way
way,
that they can.
I've never even thought of it like that, man. When you put it like that, you know,
their
Dude,
Monday
think about it. Think
platform,
about
their
it. It's
project
chaos.
management platform must be on fire every
No, but I mean
day.
but that's
Yeah,
where we're
the
at
Slack
right now.
channel where like it has to be hundreds and thousands of messages, emails
True.
going back and forth, like
that
keeping
is
track of people.
that is a
Bro,
common problem.
dude,
I think
I
I'd take
couldn't
that.
imagine.
I think that's way more organized than having an office where you literally went and told Bob that you needed this by the end of the day, and Bob forgot, and there's no record that you told Bob jack shit, and then your boss is like, stash,
needs to be turned in.
Stash, your ass is grass because you didn't get this done, and I said, I told Bob, man, I told Bob. And your boss is like, did you email Bob? Is it on Slack? And you're like, no, I just told him. I told him in person.
He's like, his cubicle's right over there, guys.
His cubicle's right there. No, you should have slacked him.
And look, I gotta say, I've worked in a corporate environment on a marketing team for a company of 100 employees, and that was hectic. Even like communications between a small team and then connecting with other teams and sending emails back and forth and setting up meetings was hectic. To change something on a website took months. So that's why I have a little bit more of optimism and understanding of like what has to be going on the back end, because we all love to speculate on like, you know, they should be doing this or at what speed they're working at, but it has to be chaos. And
okay, so let me ask you then. So sure, yeah, I mean, that's a lot of companies too. I mean, I think a lot of companies are in that boat right now. But where this kind of comes back around, and when you're talking about staff and team and things like that, what also confuses me recently is what's up with that tweet, guys? The tweet,
the CEO tweet.
The benefactor put out that was like, we're not here for the ROI, boys. We're not here to get your returns. We're just here to make games. Basically, like, if you want any of that stuff, screw you. Like, I kind of understand like the direction he's going, and it's probably a good thing to do when the SEC is breathing down a lot of people's necks.
Yeah.
But is that the best way to go about like talking to your followers, to your fans, to the people buying your stuff, to your customers? I don't know, man. I felt like that was really in bad taste.
All I'll say about that is that even within the community, the Gala community in the Discord, like people just do not like Benefactor, right? They love Bitbender, but Benefactor, they're like, just cut them off from tweeting, cut them off from coming.
Dude, that's probably the best. That's probably the best course of action at this point.
Yeah, just let them be the money bag, let them be the sugar daddy, and
isn't that how it always goes though? You know,
don't let them talk.
there's always the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah, exactly. It's like good cop, bad cop with.
He's the freaking Elon Musk and shit. He's over here just dropping
sugar
bombs.
daddy right there.
Hot intakes coming every day.
Unhinged. You know, the tweets can get real crazy when they don't have to go through PR first.
Yeah,
exactly.
The tweets, you got the direct line, baby. Tweet. Just put the button and go.
Agent
But-
Jaxie says he was in their Discord when Benefactor joked about rugging on Townstar.
Ooh, yep.
Uh,
There was a big controversy about that.
Yeah, man.
LOL,
There's
guys,
been a
LOL.
lot of things. That's what I'm saying. I was like, but does this look good to investors? I think a lot of people like see this and it doesn't breed confidence. I mean, to me too. I mean, we already see someone in chat right now saying they got to get out of Gala because of that tweet, and I could see that. I could see people seeing that like this is not a tweet that comes from a confident, founder of a project. Is this somebody I want to hold $100,000 worth of tokens for? And are they going to not botch up the token airdrop and all the things? Because let me tell you right now, guys, as much as we say, oh, this is just a regular old token upgrade, contract upgrade, no problem. Just standard old run-of-the-mill stuff. Sure. But the execution of it is not. And I know I cannot express that enough. Sure, what they're doing is straightforward, but the execution of this is not. So it's definitely not straightforward. So could there be rough waters ahead? Could they botch this entire thing up and it could screw their entire ecosystem up? Yeah, we've seen games be completely wrecked by things like this, where token bridges get hacked. Actually, Vinny. Games, their tokens, things, and it's gone. We just saw this happen with what was it, Legends of Elixir, I think was what just recently happened with, where their bridge got hacked and their game is, I mean, their token is toast.
Hilarious.
That's why it's even harder, guys, when you have stick with what you know and just grow that. Come on, I mean, name something in Web 2. I mean, prove me wrong, please. That 3 huge projects, like we got music, we got film, we got games at a very high level under one umbrella, and they're all going to like just shoot to the moon and succeed, and everything is going to go well. Name anything. Just go. Name a brand.
We're going to the moon. Gala $2 by the end of summer. That's it. Let's go.
No,
yeah.
Okay.
But
I'll take that.
Here's what I like about the fact that Gala has not just one game that they're building, because when you look at most Web3 games that are popular within this space, it's just the one game. And so if the game fails, it fails, right?
That's
but
it.
Gala has 20-something games in development, like over 50 IP ready to start building. And so if one project fails, you still have another. And here's the thing, we're not dependent on them as being good developers either, because the fact that they bring in third-party publishers and developers. So like, sure, they're building Mirandus on their own, and they're building a few other games on their own, but we don't need to hold them accountable for those games succeeding if Superior and some other games can succeed on their own. That's all we need. We just need a few other games to succeed. So I just think there's a ton of opportunity with like the amount of games that they have under their umbrella. So
and if one crash and burns, doesn't that all shift over to, let's say, music or something else?
Well,
see, that's the problem. I don't know how connected those things are. You know what I mean? Because I know that they definitely separate staff. And this is from working with some of the staff on the back end, right? Like some staff, and this is a problem that I think they have, is some staff really doesn't even, like some people from games don't talk with people on music or film, which I think they need to, because that's what I think is so cool about Gala, like the connection between the 3 ecosystems. But you have separate divisions and separate teams working on each separate ecosystem. Now, how much money is backing all that and how long can they survive? Who knows? But another thing that attracts me is that they're still building during the bear market, and any platform or any Web3 company that can survive the bear market is good for me, because when the bull run hits, it's going to be massive. So
and
that's the way I see it.
Though, I mean, the team, and we all know the team, and the people that are behind all of these projects they really are passionate people. They're here to make things work. They're not here to fail. They're not let's crash and burn type of people. They care about the community. They're good people that are trying to do good in this space and lead the way. And that is a huge undertaking. That's a huge responsibility. And it's going to be rough waters. There's no way this is all going to be smooth sailing. But I put my money in the team, guys. I put my money in the team.
Well, no, I just can't imagine that. I mean, and likely there will be, like you said, 8-bit. I mean, think about the Gala Whale who just sets it and forgets it, wakes up on next, whenever it is, the Monday after, and like realize like they're not. There's no resolution to that. Like you just all your money is worthless now.
And that Gala Whale is Snoop Dogg.
Okay,
It's
and
gonna
then,
be Snoopy's like, man, I got high. I forgot all about that damn thing.
Well, okay.
In the contract.
I'm calling it here first, but we're gonna see a short here real soon from Kagi on how to sell your original Gala tokens in the back alley. You know it's coming. You know it's coming, and I look forward to it.
No, I mean, well, so what Stash was saying about like them botching the rollout of this is like someone there's gonna be an exchange somewhere.
There's gonna be something going down, man. I'm telling you, man. The way they're doing it,
the arbitrage bots are already ready, guys. I mean, they're already ready to just trade the shit out of this.
And you know exactly which guy is going to show you where it's coming from.
I mean, in classic crypto fashion too. I mean, this happens on a lot of like the bridge or not bridges, hard forks and things like that.
Yeah,
you know, this happens all the time. But no, all right. So and speaking of going kind of summing up everything you guys have said, I mean, they're doing this in part because they have a ton of like great games ready to launch. And what 8-Bit is saying is like, even if this does go poorly, or what you guys have kind of all said it to some degree, is like, there is still a lot of ammo and things that they have going on to like, you know, if this is some kind of blemish, like it's not like it's gonna, I mean, it hopefully won't ruin Gala.
Three-headed dragon.
Yeah. And the Hydra, the two heads will always grow back from the Hydra, right?
You cut one Hydra head off, the gaming or film is gonna grow back. You never know.
Yeah, I've been trying to think of what a competitor is for that. Is it LimeWire is the closest one, just because they have music? Like, it's weird.
No, I don't.
I mean,
that's what I mean. They sit in a unique position. They're very unique in space. That's why I like it, because they have the holy grail trifecta of the entertainment space.
Sirius and Spotify were at NFT NYC, and I actually interviewed Sirius. They're guys. They're right there. They're right behind them. Everyone's catching on. The entire theme at NFT NYC was commercializing NFTs.
Yeah.
You know, whereas last year was more speculative NFTs, this year was more use case. I mean, you had Amazon there, NFL there, Ticketmaster there, Sirius XM. They're all there looking to commercialize this thing, right? So they're right behind Gala.
And that's what Gala is closer to, and they're closer to like an Amazon than anything, right? You think about not in every aspect of Amazon, but Amazon like they have, you know, gaming with Twitch and with Prime Gaming, and like they actually release their own games, plus also are very heavy in gaming. Then they have the, you know, the TV side of things, the movie and TV side of things, right? And we know that's huge. You know, music, but not necessarily the same. You know, it's not like they're producing music, but still they have a lot of those similar things. So.
Hey, with AI, they might be producing music soon.
AI. Yes, sir.
They might be producing music soon. No, but I mean, who knows what's going to happen with Gala, man? I mean, I think we can all say that, you know, I hope it goes over well, and that they, you know, it's just run of the mill routine upgrade, nothing crazy happens. But I want to get you guys. We're going to move on to our last topic here on a new feature on Around the Metaverse. We're gonna start closing out our shows here with a lightning round on every episode of Around the Metaverse. So every Monday we're gonna have a different, you know, quick little snippet to ask you guys, and we need one quick phrase answer from y'all. And this week's lightning round question is gonna be: if you had one Web3 game to play for the rest of your life, and you couldn't play any other video game, no Web2 games, nothing else, that's all you could play for the rest of time. And one of the Web3 games that's playable today currently, which Web3 game would you choose? All right, we're gonna go in order of Mona, Dub, then 8-Bit. Mona, you're up first.
I mean, I'm like such a baby gamer though. I'm not like you guys. I play all the safe stuff, so I'm like
one word, Mona. One word.
Right now I'm in Illuvium. I am in Colonize Mars. What else am I playing? Oh, just one?
You gotta pick one. You
said one word. One word, Mona.
Illuvium
for the rest of time. All right, Dub, you're up. One Web3 game for the rest of time, no other games. What is it?
Sparkball, one word.
Sparkball, one word.
What the?
8-bit doesn't know how to handle that. 8-bit, man. One Web3 game for the rest of time. No other games. What you got?
Superior.
Superior. That's my pick too, man. I mean, that's my
Mhm.
pick too. Stash, what about you?
I'm also going Superior because roguelite and generative map.
Yeah.
Boom. Replayability.
Yeah.
Replayability. Mm-hmm.
That's it, guys. Well, so you heard it here first. Superior.
I'm a Candy Crush kind of girl.
We got three votes for Superior for the rest of time. It's obviously the best Gala game.
Wait, what did Dub say? What did Dub say? I missed it.
Spark Ball?
Sparkadia.
Yeah, from
I got it.
Oh,
Sparkadia.
Sparkadia. Okay.
Very
That's why-
replayable because it's like a sport. Is how I feel.
It
compared
didn't
to
connect in my
you.
head first. Didn't connect in my head first. That's what you said. But no, all right. Thanks, guys, for playing with us on our first lightning round here on Around the Metaverse. That's all the time we have tonight.
That's it.
Yep, that is it. I
You
mean,
gotta
we're
go home?
we're right on schedule tonight. We're right on schedule tonight.
You don't gotta go home, Mona, but you can't stream here.
Yeah, someone start playing closing time. Someone.
I drank all my Elixir, guys. I need to play games
when-
now. I gotta do.
When you edit this video, our editor watching this, put closing time over me right now.
You can't stay here.
Man, all this energy, you guys party poopers, but fine. Okay.
That's all we have tonight, guys. I want to thank you, Mona, 8-bit, Dub, Stash, for being here. If you guys in the audience are still watching, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to all of our agents in chat who've been chatting it up. I know Jaxie earlier said, I'm here with the rest of you guys to buy high and sell low. I thought that was funny. And if you're still here, hit that like and hit subscribe if you haven't already. But that's it for tonight, guys. This has been Around the Metaverse. Catch us next Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern for another episode. But that's all we got. We out.